Hi, welcome to Shortstops and Sunsets. This is the first episode. A little bit about what it'll be like. I am a new old collector, somebody who collected as a kid who's just recently getting back into it again after about a 25-year hiatus. So it's been a bit. Like I said, this is the first episode. It'll be what it's like basically to collect on a small scale again. I'm not somebody who's going to jump in and buy, cases of this stuff. I don't really have the money to dedicate to that at this moment. Maybe it'll get there, but for now, I just want to kind of dip a toe into what it's like again these days to collect again. And how I got here is recently over Christmas. My parents were in from out of state for Christmas, and they dropped off 3 5,000 count boxes of cards that I collected as a kid. For decades, they've been up north. I am actually doing this from South Florida, and they had hung on to those since college days. I just didn't have a need for them down in Florida, and as you're younger and you go through apartments and other places that may not always be suited for a card collection that was, at least at the time, worth money, I said hang on to them, and eventually that rolled into decades basically. And recently they're getting ready to move down to Florida, to the area where I'm at, and they said, why don't you just take these things? So finally I did, and it's a lot of cards. It's around 68 through about 82. Anyway, the cards are from that era. About 77 to 82 are in fantastic condition, like they just came out of packs. I put them into these boxes, and there they sat. Some things that I knew of value, the bigger names of the day at that time, I put those into binders, and away they went. So recently they came up, and I started going through them, found all my favorites, decor, cards that I loved it as a kid, and there was a lot left over. And as it turns out, a lot of the things that I thought were valuable back then either aren't, or the times have changed. Let's put it that way, as most of you people know. As I get back up to speed, I shared some stories with some people in card shops around here, as I kind of had to buy some supplies. And they talk of many of the people coming in with binders thinking that's their college tuition or retirement plan in there, and obviously that hasn't panned out. Now, I was lucky. I turned up like 3 Gretzky rookie cards and several other things, but there's a lot here, and I want to go through a lot of it, sell off what isn't really too sentimental, and use that money to put back into a lot of this and get some things I couldn't afford as a youth, that I couldn't easily get out of a pack, or since then have been out of my means, or stuff that's come out since then. When I collected, it was very simple. It was tops, and that's changed a lot since then. So I'm having to get up to speed on that as well, and all the different gyrations of these cards and all the manufacturers, and it's interesting. I look forward to collecting some of the new stuff, and as part of this, I will be buying new cards, and I'll unpack them. I really got some inspiration when I started looking at this about a month ago, looking online in the Jabs family. I'm hoping to do a card break with them soon. I'm not a Patreon, so I'll have to see what kind of makes it through the cracks to the public for us to bid on, but I do look forward to doing that. They gave me a lot of inspiration. The brothers seem fantastic. The videos are great, and anyway, that's it. Really, they got me inspired to where I probably will not end up quite on the scale they are, but I look forward to getting my hands on some cards to keep, to pass through my hands, even if briefly, to enjoy them, and if I make some money in between with some lucky pulls, that's fantastic. But in any case, this will kind of showcase what it's like to do this on a small scale, a pack or two at a time, boxes like this hot corner Fairfield, and see what comes up, and whether it's for you. If you're getting back into it like me, it may not be for you when you're doing it on a smaller scale. So maybe this will help shed some light on whether that's a worthwhile investment. Let's see, is there anything else I can think of? Probably not. So let's get underway with this. It's a Target. It's a Fairfield hot corner box. You get one hobby pack, 4 packs total, and 2 hits. Not sure what's in it. I've seen a couple of these listed or videos for them online. It's been kind of a crapshoot. Some said it seemed worth it. Some said it didn't. So I'm not sure what to expect of these in reality. But I figured I'd try it's worth it. See if it's worth it. It's $14.95, and it's again from Target. So let's just dig in here and see what we find. Okie doke. Well, right out the top, we got Daniel Baird. Yeah. Top 60 memorabilia card. 2011, Series 2. All right. Well, it is what it is. Uniform card. It's a hit. We got one more on the bottom here. I'll get that. Well, no, let's do the packs. So we got a Topps Baseball 2017 Series 2. Let's give that a shot, see what we got in here. Again, these are probably very close to what was in, looks like, some of the other videos I saw. So, we'll see where that leads us. All right. James McCann, decent catcher. Alex Gordon, nice, another mid-tier player. Justin Bohr, really shows some promise, hits very well. I was scared there were doubles there for a second. Alex Cobb, fine pitcher. Okay, just a team card. What do we got here? Memorable moments, Roberto Clemente. Interesting. Roberto Clemente, that's a nice one. Obviously a Hall of Famer. What do we have here? Oh. Ronaldo Nunez, George Alford, Kenley Jansen. Machado, obviously a fine player. Moving over to the Padres in the offseason. Ryan Rua. And finally, Robbie Ray. All right, well, Clemente did seem like a pretty cool card, wherever that went to. Chrome 2008, similar to what I had seen on the other pulls on YouTube. Let's see what we got here. Nice. Chin-Min Wang. Greg Maddux. That's pretty cool. Awesome pitcher. Awesome pitcher. Glenn Gibson. And Darwin Barney. Again, kind of uneven career with Toronto. 2018 Series 2. Alright. Well, Lomo's nice. Nothing too great so far. Okay, well, we got a 6 of 10, Josh Harrison. Is that what that is? Corey Kluber. Cameron Maben. Tyler Anderson. Matthew Boyd, Alrighty then. And well, I might as well get that out of the way then. Prospects, yeah. Donnie Dewees. So there we are. $6. Huh. Interesting. All right, Top Stadium 2018. Should be good. First up, Darryl Strawberry. Pretty cool. Matt Carpenter. George Brett. Fine player. And Noah Syndergaard. Nice. And finally, Hunter Pence. So, $14. Well, I always get that checklist apparently. Greg Maddux, Chinman Wang's not too special, but Greg Maddux is great. So that isn't too bad. I actually am a big fan of his. Padres, years, not so much. You know, that is what it is. Rest of these, the other hits, kind of so-so. Was this worth it? $15? It wasn't too bad. Let's see again what you get here. Topps Baseball 2017 Series 2. Topps Stadium Club 2018. Again, a lot like what was in the other videos. Topps Baseball 2018 Series 2. And finally, a Bowman Chrome 2008. Is what it is. What do I say for this? Cue it. Is what it is. You know, you're going to get for $15 probably $15 worth of stuff. So, do I expect a different outcome on one of these? Maybe. I've seen some pretty good polls from some of the other people on YouTube. You don't have to include this one in it, those, because it really isn't. The stuff is okay. The cards, mediocre. I'll have to look up a couple of these. But yeah, it's you know, I got some of my favorite players from growing up. You know, stuff like George Brett, Darryl Strawberry are great. Greg Maddux for sure. Noah Syndergaard's great. Be nice to see some of the other guys that are tearing it up these days. But all in all, again, the Fairfield Hot Corner Box, $14.99. I'd probably be happier if it was $10, or like their other one that Jab's family highlighted, the ones he found at the Walmart or Target, the blue Fairfield mixed repacks. Those seemed a little bit better in ease in the pricing. I think he said was $7.99, so that was a little bit better as well. Would I do it again? Yeah, I might try one or two more of these. It wasn't too bad. Maybe I can get a little bit of money back in some of these, turn around again, and start working towards my goal of upgrading some of my favorite cards, getting some stuff I haven't had before, haven't seen before, don't know even exists. Finding a lot of that. Seeing if I can get ahead of the curve on maybe on some rookies that are coming down the line. Even people like Pat Mahomes. If you're jumping on now, you missed the boat. I'm looking at that boat sailing away myself, so yeah, I wasn't on it either. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Again, it's Shortstops and Sunsets. The reason I call it that is I do a lot of photography down here in South Florida, including time lapses. I do some traveling, take some time lapses from all over the country, and occasionally overseas as well. And I wanted to wrap up each episode with a little bit of eye candy, give you 10-15 seconds of something to watch on the way out. So enjoy. Thanks again. Subscribe.